Hey everybody, I think I'm on. I always like, hello, is this thing working? I'm having to go it alone today. I was going to do it out in the store so we could show some yarn and stuff. Hold on, it's giving me stupid notifications here. Hold on. There, now I'm back. But Jeannie has her hands full out there, and I didn't want to interfere with her providing exemplary customer service. So I'm having to do it solo today. Mine is Jeannie, but that's all right. Since last week, we've had some more new stuff roll in the door. Nothing huge. We're still waiting on spring yarn. It may be mid to end of the month before we see that. I'm getting a little nervous. We're supposed to be launching Rowan Spring. It was supposed to be yesterday, but like everything else, it was delayed again to the 15th of March, and we haven't seen anything yet. So we're expecting a mountains of yarn from Rowan in preparation for that. And I haven't even seen that it shipped out yet. So we're getting a little nervous on that front. But what can we say? It's 2021. Kind of like 2020, just dragging on a little further. All right, so here's what's going on. It's probably tools is the theme today. I had to order some needles and I picked up some new things while I was at it. And we've had crochet on the brain a lot lately. And we ordered some new hooks. I'll bring them up real close so you can see them. From a company called Prym. Prym, from what I can tell, it looks like they've kind of taken over where Inox used to be. I don't know if they're just rebranded or sold out, but these are really cool hooks. In fact, I'll take one out. Usually, if you wanted a really nice ergonomic hook, you were looking at some of the smaller companies with extremely. These have a really nice grip, and we really like. Here, hold it against my black so you can really see. I'm not very good at doing this by myself, but I'm trying. There, see how tight that little point is nice point. That's what we look for in a crochet hook. Good grip, and they're reasonably priced. This is a size C, and it's $5.75. It goes all the way up to a P. I think the P was the biggest. Where is it? I'm looking. Well, there's an O. An O is $8.75. Oh, here's the P. So you come in all the way to the big size, and the biggest size is $9.75. So they're a great price. They're a little wonky on sizes. They kind of jump around in the millimeters. So like there's not a D, but that's all right. I think I have a C, but most of the sizes they have. So we thought those were cool, and you crocheters would be excited about that. Along the same lines, some new Tunisian. Tunisian is just becoming more and more popular. Jeannie and I are working on some Tunisian stuff now. And these are from Chiagoo, and these are their bamboo hooks. They have a little bamboo stopper at the end, and it kind of size range and different lengths. So we now have these for those of you who like to do Tunisian. And I also picked up these kind of quirky looking, hold them so you can see them, cable needles. This is obviously be for bigger knits. We're supposed to be getting them for more regular size knitting that aren't quite so thick, and you get 2 to a package, but they were on back order, so hopefully we'll see them soon. They have these little kind of knobs on the end, and they're very unusual take on a cable needle, but I can see it for a lot of different things that I would use this for. And sometimes, like when I'm doing like what I call surgery, I can drop down and fix all sorts of stuff, and sometimes you have like a few stitches up here, and I thought, hey, I could twist one of those around there and they'll stay put, and I can operate down here. So I'm really looking forward to getting the smaller sizes in, because I don't usually do quite as much with this big of a hook, but I think they're really cool. So that's something new that came in too. Okay, and that's that basket. Oh, and the most exciting thing that came in since last Tuesday, we were waiting on them, are the new Swifts and ball winders from Lykke, and they are really nice. I would really have loved to show you one of the ball winders, but every one of them flew out the door immediately. We didn't even get to take one out of the box and try it ourselves. That's how hot these ball winders are. So we have more on order. If you're wishing that you had got in on the new ball winders, you might want to even get them on pre-order, because I have a feeling it's going to be the same thing, that we're going to get them in and then they're going to be gone. We're really curious to try this new style, and one nice thing is it looks like it'll do a much larger ball than the traditional winders. So more of those on order, don't delay. But we do have a few Swifts still left that are unspoken for. In fact, I'm just now getting them out of their box. They come in a nice little box. Let's see what these things look like. Unwrap it here. Ooh, this is pretty. This is the mango wood. So we'll also give you an idea on the ball winders. There's two different woods. One's mango, which is lighter. This is a very nice Swift. It has a clamp. I'm sure the other part's still in the box that will hold it up. You know, clamp it on, and there's usually a screw thing that holds these up. But it extends to a really nice size. That's kind of, well, I'm going to put yarn on it. That's probably what I call fully extended. So it'll hold a really big hank. Sometimes with the smaller, you know, traditional ones like we've had forever, if you have a really big hank for some reason, it just won't stay on there. So this will hold a lot of hank sizes. And that would be the mango wood. Let's see, I've got a rosewood too. What those look like. And yes, as you can see, we're still enjoying our fireplace a lot. We do get away from the fireplace some days, but today, like I said, I thought I'd be out in the store. However, we got a little busy out there, so not everybody understands, you know. Hello, we got to do our Facebook Live. You'll have to wait. It doesn't work that way. That's not very good customer service. Alrighty. And, ooh, this is gorgeous. And this is the rosewood. Isn't that pretty? I think that's really super pretty. Really nice color. And again, opens up just the same. So we do have Swifts left, not very many. And if you wish and you got a ball winder, you need to get them on order now. Otherwise, other cool things that have happened is we have a new sample finally. We were so glad to get this one. It's not that the sample took that long to make. Carrie made this. She did it really fast in record time. You might recognize it from the cover of the Fall Noro magazine. This is a mitered jacket with Noro Ito. It is gorgeous. It is not that hard to do. I know I talked to several people who are a little intimidated. They have a tutorial in the magazine step by step. Mitered squares are so much fun. And it takes, I think, 3 or 4 balls depending on the size. But it's a really beautiful jacket. Normally we would have had it ready earlier in the fall. Nora was supposed to send us a sample, and they finally did. You know, fall was on well into winter, and it was horribly oversized. I think Judy and I both could have worn it, and so I, sent it back, and they just, credited me yarn instead. Although I really wanted the sample, or we'd have had this done for fall. But nevertheless, it's always a good piece to have, and we do have all the colors of Ito in stock. So we stock the full color range of this yarn. So this is a really fun project to do. I think the reason that their sample knitters, they send them all overseas to have done. I don't know if they just don't know how to do gauge, but what I recommended, so we didn't have a repeat of this ourselves, because it's kind of hard to get gauge on a mitered square, is I said do the sleeves first, because it's just garter. Make sure your gauge and everything's turning out fine there with that needle size, because it's the same needle I think you use for the mitered squares, and then do the squares. And that way you don't get these squares together and realize that you have a ginormous sweater. You can kind of deal with your gauge issues while you're on the sleeve. We're glad that March is here. You might notice from my festive leggings that I'm glad too. If you need some festive leggings today to put you in the spring mood, I am wearing these. I think they're called, they have a name, Life's a Trip. Is that what they're called? No, Get Lucky. I like that. That's even better. Because they say, kiss me, I'm Irish, and they have the lips. So I thought those were quite appropriate for me. We have these that are shamrock shake, that are covered with shamrocks. Those are fun too. Or if you like something a little more low-key, you can't go wrong with plaid. I may have to wear, this may be my March uniform. I'll just, rotate between each of these every day, kind of get me in the mood for spring. Hoping March turns out a little better than January and February. So far 2021 is not really stacking up to be banner year, but we're still hopeful. That's all we can be. And I hope all of you are doing well and staying safe and staying sane, most importantly. If you need a human interaction or a moment of sanity break, come by and see us. We try to be that safe place for you with everybody wearing masks, and we are kind of clean freaks. Anyway, I personally know that nothing's more alarming than finding yourself in a situation where you're like, this is not what I signed up for. So we hope that's never what you encounter when you come here. That's our goal, to do the right thing. So that's all. I'm sorry you guys missed Jeannie today. Hopefully next Tuesday we'll be back in action out in the store with who knows what's going to happen over the course of the next week. Hoping we get a mountain of yarn in, but we'll just have to wait and see. That's it for today. Bye, guys.